Hey guys, so thank you for joining me for today's video, which we're going to talk about the Mediator. Where's that? There it is. It's a pretty small package, it's easy to miss. So what the Mediator is a pump action primary. It's very similar to a Raider, it's very similar to an Alpha Trooper, it's very similar to any other pump action based primary out there, except it's really small. Like, that's a little strange. Most of them tend to be out here. So what they did was it's kind of got a ratchet system here that not that the system itself is ratchet, but you know what I mean. Anyway, is super in-strike compatible. It itself is, it's there. It's also in the Modulus line, which the Modulus line, what they're trying to do is, well, when I say that they're trying to make all the parts interchangeable and customizable, that's what the N-Strike line was kind of. So I guess they're trying to further achieve that goal. So the Mediator specifically, this is when I got this, it was $20 retail, and it was advertised, or it's kind of, it wasn't released with these items, but they were kind of like advertised or sold with these items. So they had like a barrel attachment that was pump, and then it was air pressure, so you pump up pressure and then you push, and it's kind of an underbarrel, like Master Key type shotgun. Then you had a stock that had a white painted double strike in it. So the idea behind this being firepower, like pump action. Then you have the front end that's also a gun, and then the third end. It's kind of like the tri-strike in that sense, that they're trying to fight in many different ways. Whatever. It has a sling point here. And that's actually a pretty comfortable spot to me in terms of, like, if you decide to run this as a pistol, sort of, or a, this is it that you're running, then you could. Or, you could slap a stock and a barrel onto it, and then, like, that's still a pretty comfortable spot to put it. So you can kind of make this thing into, like, rifle-coated type blaster. You could keep it like this and just have a barrel attachment. I didn't want to bring out a whole lot of attachments. I may make a different series of videos where I try to see how many different ways I can come up with these interchangeable blasters, so to speak. So since it's pump action, you might be asking, hey, is it slamfire? The answer is yes. So we're going to go ahead and go to the range real quick. I got one of these old recon slash long shot mags in here today. But you may notice it's a little loud, and that's the ratcheting system when you pump. It cannot be primed again afterwards. It has a decocker. Ooh, it has a decocker right here. If you pull back on that, you will be able to unjam it. I have had one jamming issue with this. I had a knockoff magazine that it did not like to feed, which, that could just be the magazine. So, half of that was slamfire, half of that was normal. But, it's a pretty fun blaster. I like pump action primaries, as you might be able to tell. It has an unjamming door right here. It's a pressure fit, so it's maybe a little tough to, get out. But there you go. So it has a rear sight, but it has no correlating front sight. So needless to say, they don't encourage a whole lot of sight usage. But if you wanted to, you could. Though, well, this doesn't fit very well because of said rear sight, but you could throw any of the sights on here. You could, like you said, you're the one speaking, not me. You can really put almost anything on here. So I'm going to put the regulator stock back on, which is one of my favorite stocks because it is just really stiff, and it's a pretty good length for me being 5'8". I'm going to put this tri-strike front on. I haven't reviewed the tri-strike yet, but this is the front attachment that comes with it, and it shoots mega darts, so we'll put some in. It doesn't use a trigger per se, but kind of the idea as any of the Demolisher style missiles, anything that shoots them tends to be when you pump, the harder you pull back, the harder it fires. That's kind of how it works. But when you want to load a magazine, you have to make sure it is primed towards the rear. And then it's side mounted. I forgot to mention this thing is side mounted, so of course I like it. And then let's throw in a magazine. I think the curved mags look pretty cool in this thing. And now we've got a pretty hefty blaster. You got the stock storage, or the stock mag storage back here if you really wanted to do that. It's empty now, so why hold on to it? But it's a little loud, isn't it? So, yeah, so let's take the mags out, and here I'll do one in this direction so you can kind of see what's going on. Don't blink. So you might notice it just fired one. It has a smart AR system, so it'll just shoot whichever one it deems is necessary. I'm going to get that dart back. Or so I thought. Yeah. Oh, okay, there we go. I also found a rival round. It will not shoot a rival round. It's almost the same diameter, but hold that thought. It will not fire a rival round. I don't know why I do these things. It came out. It was a little tough, but I was worried I was going to have to get a set of pliers after it. So, you know, it front loads these four, and then you could, you know, as soon as you empty your mediator, you're like, ah, crap, I can't go to my primary, or my secondary, rather. I don't have an extra mag here. What do I do? Bam, 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 bam. So, as you can tell, with that system, it's not super reliable in the feet per second department. Bam. And that's why it's an underbarrel thing and not something you, put your life on. It does have a side-mounted rail here, so that scope that I was having a hard time mounting, you could put it there. You know, when you're sitting here and you Battlefield 4 style or backup sights or canted iron sights, you know, you got this here, but we're good on the indoors, but, you know, now we're heading outdoors. You got to go out here and take the long shots with your side-mounted scope here. So, boom, there you go. And now, I could make a joke about how certain folks might not aim very well and hold their gun sideways and the scope would help them, but I feel like that's kind of a cheap joke and it's a little overplayed. So, whoop, there we go. So the Mediator, yeah, it's a pretty fun blaster. It does come in two parts. You have to click this magazine well onto it, and after that, it does not come off. This button right here is the magazine release. I don't think I said that yet. And yeah, it's a pretty fun blaster. I have a lot of fun with it. I definitely have not fielded it yet. I think I got it after one of my SCNC, the one time I went. So, no, I definitely used this while I was there. So I have fielded it. It was cool. I got outperformed by a lot of modded blasters, but I was still there, just don't hurt me. But anyway, it's a very fun blaster. I do recommend getting one. It's still kind of in that little expensive territory, but other than that, I say that, but it's like 20 bucks. So if that's in your price range, go for it. If it's not, don't worry about it. You know, there's plenty of other blasters. And also, Goodwill is great. If it is kind of like a crapshoot, though, in that a lot of it is crap and some of it shoots. Hey, ain't that a little funny? I don't know. This show is scripted. No, it's not. Anyway, but that's what I got to say about the Mediator. I think that actually ends what... Well, we'll see when I dig back into the closet and see what I got. But that might end my pump-action primaries / shotguns / these kind of look like shotguns, so I'm going to name them as such, series of videos. And if you want to see any other social media, I'll leave it down in the link below. My brother and I started a podcast recently. The link for that is down below as well. I'm going to hold out my hand right here just in case I figure out what annotations are. And this might be a different one of my videos. I'm now going to hold this up just in case I need a thumbnail. Hey, and yeah, thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I have some more videos, check them out, and if not, thank you for watching this video.